Welcome everybody to another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing. If you're new to the channel, my name's David and I fish inshore and offshore, showing you what I do to find and catch fish. If that sounds appealing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So we're heading out in the Grady today. It's April the 13th. It's a little bit cooler than it usually is this time of year. So we're gonna start out with trolling, maybe to see if the king mackerel have happened to show up. If that doesn't work out, we're gonna do some bottom fishing. So come with us and we'll see what we can pick up. All right, so once we got out, the water temperature is really only about 66 degrees, and king mackerel and Spanish mackerel really don't show up to about 68 degrees or higher. So I went ahead and went to plan B, and we're gonna go ahead and do some bottom fishing. I had rigged up a bunch of jigs this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with that. What I'm gonna start out with is this 1 ounce GI jig, and I'll leave the link down in the description below. I'm showing some smaller marks on the bottom, so I'm gonna start out with this smaller jig and just kind of see what we can pull up. Oh, got him. All right, man. I was working the bottom with this thing, you know, just kind of straight up and down, a vertical sort of deal. And I started kind of feeling like I was seeing something over there. So I casted it out and let it sink, you know, till it was on the bottom. And then just sort of started working it back to the boat, trying to keep it, you know, on the bottom, bouncing along the bottom on the way back to the boat, and picked up this. It's got some decent weight to it. I didn't feel like it was that big at first, but man, he's really kind of giving me a little bit of pressure here. So let's see what we've got. Man, it kind of feels like a small amberjack, just kind of that same kind of pull, but I don't know. Let's see. Amberjack do like these little ounce jigs like this, but man, let's see what we've got. First kind of really second cast of the day. Yeah, here he comes. Oh man, a red snapper. Man, a nice red snapper on the jig, on this GI jig, man. Check him out. All right, I'm excited to use my new sword pliers today. Just got these in the mail the other day. If you've been watching my channel, you've seen I've been using some old needle nose stainless pliers I've had for quite some time. They did the job okay, but you know, you really couldn't get a good grip on the fish sometimes. First fish of the day and on the jig. All right, well, let's get him back. There he goes. Now, we're not that deep, so we don't have to worry about bear trauma. Reason I'm excited about these pliers, they're made out of titanium, and they have some sharp cutters right here, and you can buy replacements too if you wear these out. But I like these because they're wide here, and you can really kind of get a good grip on that hook as you kind of turn to pull it out. Plus, it's got this tether, and what I've done, I went ahead and hooked it onto my belt loop as opposed to the sheath which came with the pliers. So that way, you know, if the sheath comes undone, you know, I'm not going to lose the pliers as well. In other words, these pliers are going to be attached to me, and they're always right here where I need them. All right, well, let's get this jig back out there, and see, I'm just kind of tossing it out a little bit. I think a good part of our reef is back here anyway, and so I'm going to let this kind of sit for a few minutes till I feel like it's on the bottom. Then I'm just going to work it back, kind of like you were fishing for those flounder I was doing the other day, just kind of casting it out and just kind of letting it bounce on the bottom all the way back. Difference is I'm a whole lot deeper, but the concept is the same. So the gear I'm using, this is a Penn Battle 5000, and this is a Shimano Talus PX medium rod. All right, so I feel like I'm on the bottom. So now really all I'm gonna do is just kind of work it back to the boat, pulling it up a little bit, reeling just a little bit. What I like to do is let it sink to the bottom and then reel, then pull. Let it sink to the bottom, reel, then pull. That's gonna really kind of keep that jig kind of stuck to the bottom there as we bring it back to the boat. All right, I went ahead and switched over to a lighter setup. I'm still using this same GI jig, but I switched over to my Stratic 4000 reel and my St. Croix medium heavy inshore type rod. That other rod and reel was working fine. It's just a little heavier. You know, going up from a 4000 to a 5000 is a little bit, you know, a little bit more weight, and the rod's a little bit heavier. And you know, working that jig back, you know, it just kind of tires out your hands. It's a needless weight. So that's why I lightened up a little bit, just to make the jigging process a little more comfortable. And unless we catch a big amberjack, you know, this rod and reel is going to be able to handle that size snapper or so that we caught a few minutes ago. Oh, here he is. Oh, got him. All right, man. All right, this is that light tackle, light rig I was telling you about. Oh man, did he get off? Oh man, how did he get off? Well, that's a bummer. I had him there for a second. That was good, man. That was going to be an exciting catch, but he just didn't grab the hook, I guess. Let's give it a shot again, man. That was pretty cool. Just for that split second, that weight of that fish on this lighter rod. All right, while I'm working that jig, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a free line out there just to kind of let that sit while we're working the jig. And how I'm gonna do that, I've got this frozen cigar minnow, and this is another product I'm excited about from Sword. This is their 5-inch utility knife. I'm gonna use it as my bait knife. So I'm gonna take this cigar minnow and I'm just gonna backwards fillet it. I'm just gonna take this top fillet off, turn it over, and do the same thing on the other side. Then you can pull that tail out, and you've just kind of got this little flap, and that's gonna obviously kind of some more scent's gonna come out and that kind of thing. And this knife came with the sheath. I like to keep it in my bag nice and safe on board here. I've learned the hard way setting stuff on this deck, losing fish, losing knives, losing pliers. That's why I'm excited about this tether for the pliers. And I'm gonna go ahead and get in the habit of keeping that knife over there on my bag in the sheath. So how I'm gonna hook this up, like I usually do with all these free lines, I go ahead and hook through the eye, then I'm going to come back out and then hook it towards the back, just like that. Nice secure hold. All right, then I'm just going to sort of cast it out a good distance, kind of give it a little bit of slack. It's going to kind of slowly sink towards the bottom. I don't want to put out too much line so that it reaches the bottom, but just enough so it sinks down just a little bit, maybe attract a bigger snapper or amberjack or something like that. Loosen up my drag a little bit so if a fish grabs it, he'll pull that drag out. We won't break or lose our rod. All right, our wind has pretty much died down, which is kind of nice because it's not rough out here. But sometimes when it gets flat calm like this, you know, fishing gets kind of tough. And that jig action kind of has died down as well. So I'm going to increase my chances of catching something anyway with this chicken rig. This with squid on it is usually deadly down here for bottom fishing. So I've got a 4-ounce weight here at the bottom. This is 30-pound mono making up this chicken rig. And these are 3/0 circle hooks. And I'm just going to drop this to the bottom just to see if those fish are still biting. Like I said, if there's anything down here that wants it, this squid's going to grab it. All right, man, I got him. Oh, I had just let the anchor line out a little bit and left this squid down in the rod holder down at the bottom here. And man, I've picked up something decent here. So I was showing, oh man, is this a good trigger? Man, this may be our one keeper trigger for the day. I don't know, he might be right on the nose if he is, but wow. Like I said, I was not even working this. All right, check this trigger fish out. He is going to be right on the nose 15 if he is. Man, he is just a touch short. Like, happens a lot. You get 14.5 and 14 3/4. This guy's like 14 and 15/16. But we'll put him back over, see if we can't catch a bigger one later. Oh man, got him on the free line. Oh, look at this drag he's taking out. Oh man, let's take, you know, I had the drag loose when I set it out, but oh man, oh, he got off. Oh man, but that was exciting. I just wasn't expecting it. I was rigging up this squid again, about to rinse off the boat after doing that, and man, this just took off. And I don't think I got my drag tight enough, quick enough, and he just pulled me down on that reef. Well, hey, this reef is starting to kind of come to life all of a sudden since I positioned myself. So let's get these things out there again. Oh, got him. Oh, got him. Man, it's another decent one. Jeez. Yeah, this is my second. Oh, man. Jeez, a real decent one. Jeez. Man, I don't know what it is. Oh, man, it's pulling like a snapper. Boom, 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 boom. Did you see him trying to dive down, back down to that reef? Now, this is my light setup. Like I said, this is just 30-pound test. little 3/0 circle hooks. You know, I was trying to catch maybe some beeliner. Oh, we got off, or broke the hook one. Man, there's bigger fish down there than I realized, everybody. Or he just got off, or did he bend the hook? No, he just got off. Wow, there's definitely bigger fish down there. All right, the bite is kind of slowed down again, but I think I'm in a good spot. I'm seeing some good marks. So I'm gonna get my sword utility knife again, and I've got these pinfish that I've kept from an inshore trip, and they're a little bit frozen, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut these guys up a little bit and throw them out for chum. All right, and I'm just gonna toss some of this out, kind of a handful at a time, and see if that doesn't fire these fish back up. Oh man, oh, I got a fish here. All right, here's the free line. Oh man, oh man, oh man, and I got a fish over there too. Oh geez, but the main thing is this. Oh, he got off, man, dang. Geez, I was just not fast enough. Oh man, let's worry about this in a second. Yeah, he broke it over there. Well, let's see what we've got here. Oh man, another decent one. Oh wow, all right. Well, I know that one little handful of chum really didn't make this much of a difference, but like I said, I think this reef is starting to be productive. I've kind of positioned on a good part of it. All right, we got another trigger. All right, well man, this is a lot of excitement going on here. I'm excited to start to get stuff on that free line out there, because that's something bigger obviously, but we need to step up our leader, I think, a little bit. All right, trigger, there you go. Man, everything's getting torn up. This was what's left of my chicken rig here. I've only got one hook left and no sinker left, so we'll have to rig that up. Let's get this free line rigged up, get that back out there too. Oh, here he is. Oh man, geez. Oh, this is a good one. Oh geez, man, this is that little chicken rig, and I'm gonna have to baby this in because this is a good fish. Oh man, I don't know where I am on the reefs. Oh geez, see, that's why I got my pliers attached to me. I got so excited I slung them out of the sheath. Oh man, all right, come on. All right, baby him in, David. Baby him in, because this is your light rig. This is your light rig. Man, what am I hearing off there? All kind of crazy birds going on. Man, this is a lot of stuff going on over here. All right, I got the free line out there. That would be the next thing to go. All right, oh man. Oh, geez. I'm so nervous about breaking this line since it's just a 30-pound test, and this is a good fish. Is this a big trigger? Oh man, is this a big trigger? Oh man, it looks like a giant trigger. Oh man, check him out. Check this trigger out. We got our keeper trigger for the day. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Man, is that a big trigger fish or what? I had him hooked twice, in the tail and in the mouth. Man, that is a giant trigger. I know they get a little bigger, but a lot of times, like you've heard me say before, you'll just get the 14.5s and 14 3/4. This guy may be close to 18 maybe. Wow, check him out. Man, oh, I'm gonna put him on the boga grip. If you saw my last video, I lost a nice beeliner on the deck, and I don't want to lose this guy. Plus we can get a weight. He is, oh man, he is a solid 5 pounds, maybe 5.5. Well, let's see what he measures. Now they only have to be 15 to keep, and he is, like I said, 18. He is almost 18.5. Man, that is a nice trigger fish. Let's get him in the sun and show his beauty. Look at that green eye and everything. All right, let's get this guy in the box. I'm gonna throw out this little jig again, this little 1 ounce jig. Since I got a couple fish on this jig this morning, nice ones, I'd like to kind of see if I could get one and get them in, because those were pretty fun on this little light tackle. Oh, here he is. Oh yeah, all right man, I got him. All right, here he is. Oh, geez, it's a good one too. Man, on this little 4,000 Stratic and this St. Croix medium heavy inshore rod. Oh yeah, all right. Let's see if we can get this guy up. Man, nice one. Nice one on this little light tackle. Man, just like pulling up a big bull redfish from the bottom. Same rod and reel setup, you would do that, but just a whole lot deeper. We just got a lot more, man, a lot more water to pull him up. Looks like we got a trigger doing his little spin thing. All right, triggerfish eat jigs, y'all. Triggerfish. Oh man, all right. Look at him. Yeah, oh man, that was just as well. He did the little, man, look at this. Sorry to be so disjuncted as I'm talking, but check out these marks. Man, let's get this jig back out here. Man, it was just as well that guy got off because he was too small. Plus, man, those marks are incredible. I want to get this jig back down, and he saved me the time from having to get him off the hook. Maybe something, oh, I was thinking maybe something will grab this. Sure enough, man, oh, he got off again. Oh man, I'm gonna lose everything on this free line. I've had, I don't know what, 3 or 4 strikes on this thing, and I keep losing them. Well, that's all right, I'm getting bites though. Oh, here we go again. All right, let's see if I can get him up. All right, now we got him. We definitely got him. All right. All right, I think I was a little quicker to get to him this time. I hadn't really noticed him too much before, and I don't know, it just allowed them to get off, I guess. Man, he's got some good weight to him, but man, he sure is jerking a lot, making me nervous we're gonna tear his mouth. Oh, man, we're definitely getting bites on this free line, that's for sure, but we keep losing them. I don't know if they're tearing their mouths or what, but getting a little frustrating. I just kind of want to see what they are. I imagine it's a big red snapper, which we wouldn't be able to keep, but you never know. Well, let's get it back out. Oh man, he hit it just falling down. I just casted this out and was letting it sink, and he grabbed it on the way down. Man, I had the bail open. I was like, man, has he got it? Man, I closed the bail and he's there. Check it out. Man, I was having a little more success by casting this out and reeling in, you know, slowly, as opposed to just going straight down. And so that's what I was doing then. But yeah, man, decent fish on this little light tackle again. Man, so much fun. All right, dragging. Oh, no, he got off. Man, yeah, I think I'm tearing their mouths, I guess. I mean, there's no way that fish is kind of just hanging on that long of a time just by hanging onto the lure, you know, unless my hook is straightened out, which it's not. I need to lighten up my drag a little bit, kind of baby him a little bit. I don't think I'm close enough to the reef to worry about having to snatch him off real fast. So let's make sure this is nice and loose too. Oh man, all right, we got him. All right, same sort of deal, man. Oh man, oh, this is a good one. Oh, hope that shark doesn't come. Oh man, this is a good one. Oh, and this is my little light tackle rig again. This little 1 ounce jig that I was working earlier. Oh man, let's see if we can get him up before the shark comes. But same sort of deal, man. I had just casted it out and was kind of letting it sink. I really hadn't started to work it yet, and he grabbed it. Man, all right. I said earlier I was too tight with my drag and I was tearing the mouth, and I'm sitting here tempted to tighten the drag, but I don't think I'm close enough to the reef to really worry about that. But man, this is a really good fish on this little 4,000 reel. All right, and this medium heavy inshore rod, man, makes you do awkward stuff with your wrist. Oh, look at this. Look at this snapper. Man, look at this snapper. And he really wasn't hooked in the mouth. He was foul hooked. But check out that red snapper for that little light tackle. And you can see he had gotten snagged underneath. He was probably coming to check it out, and maybe I had just started to reel it or something, and he got hooked. Oh man, that jig just popped off. So that's why you want to keep that pressure on them, just in case that hook is not really, you know, sunk in there and it's just being held by the force. Well, let's get a little bit of a quick measurement on this guy. Red snapper are total length, so pinch that tail, kind of find that furthest spot, and he's a little over 22. So a nice 22-inch red snapper. Let's get him back. Oh, here he is again. Oh yeah, here he is again. Oh man, this dude grabbed it, man. Definitely. I don't think this is a snag or a foul hook. This was a snatch. I was kind of reeling it, and it had just started falling, and he hit it. Yeah, man, he came just, he said, I want this, man. He just came right up beside it and just snatched it. Now let's see what it is. He's not as big as that other red snapper, but man, such fun, such fun. Look at him. Now he would be even too little to keep if he was in season, but man, just a nice fun thing to do, just like out there inshore fishing. Oh, here he is. Oh man, it is just this, it's just, man, it's almost a fish every cast with this thing. Oh, did he get off? Yeah, he got off. But man, that's crazy. It is almost a fish every cast. I'm just casting it out here just like this, you know, 40 feet from the boat or something like that, letting it get good into the bottom by letting it sink for 30 seconds or so. Once I know I've got it at the bottom, I'm just kind of doing a reel and jerk until a snapper comes up and gets it. Like I was saying earlier, just like fishing inshore, you're just a whole lot deeper. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna tighten up the drag first. All right, man. Yeah. Oh, geez. This free line just, all of a sudden, man, it sits here for 30 minutes and all of a sudden, bam, it just gets hit. And I'm sitting here not paying attention. Fortunately, this reel has got a little bit of a noise to it when the drag gets taken out. Else I may not know, because I don't know that I'm doing a really good job of paying attention to it. Oh, look. Here we come up. Man, another good red snapper. Man, look at this red snapper. Jeez. We would have two nice red snapper to take home if it was red snapper season. This is probably another 22-inch one or so like that other one. Man, nice one. So he's a little bit smaller. He was 21 inches, but that is a nice red snapper. Just an afterthought, you know, just throwing that free line out there just to kind of have something sitting there while I'm doing something else. And we've caught two really nice snapper on it. Here he comes again. All right, we got him. All right, yep, we got him again. Oh man, this does feel like a good one again. Man, all right. Man, I think that's a good drag. I don't want to tighten it up too much, because I think that's why we were losing those fish. Like I said, I was tearing their mouth, but man, let's get them in, see what we can see if it's another nice red snapper or not. Man, too bad it's not snapper season, but coming up in a couple months. So we're gonna make a note of this reef, that's for sure, so we can come back and bring these guys home. Here he comes. Check him out. Another good red snapper. All right, check him out, everybody. Check out that red snapper. Man, I don't think he's our big 22-inch one like we had a little bit ago. I think he's more of our 20 or 21. Yep, he was that 21-inch size again. So there he goes. All right, here we go. All right, man, here's another good one. All right, another good one. Definitely a good one. Man, I was just starting to look at the depth finder. I was going, man, that thing is lit up like a Christmas tree. And then sure enough, this big old red snapper, or whatever it is, comes up and snatches this free line. But this is probably a red snapper. Yep, here it is. Another one. Another 21 incher or whatever. Man, these are some nice snapper. Man, just a lot of fun. And look, this is why you got to take it easy with these guys. Let me put my rod up and I'll show you. Look right here. So this was on the way to tearing the mouth. You see right there? That's kind of hard to see, but you see it's got a little, kind of started to form a hole right there. You see that? Right there. So you can see how you can lose them. You can tear the mouth and then that hook will just back out just like that. So that's why you want to keep that pressure on them and kind of take it easy with the drag. So there again, our copycat 21 incher again, but nice red snapper. Man, look at that gold on them in the sun. Gold and obviously here reddish. But let's get him back. There he goes. Let's see how many cigar minnows I have left. This is our last one right here. So I think once we lose this one or use this to catch a red snapper, we'll go ahead and head on in. Here we go. I think he's after it. There he goes. Yep, here he goes. All right. Yep, we got him. Got him again. Man, I can't hardly work that little jig anymore, for this thing is just grabbing fish after fish after fish. Man, all right. Man, he's got a lot of jerk to him. I don't think he's as big as the others, but he's got a lot of fight to him. A lot of, I want to get off of this thing in him. Oh man, is that shark? No, that's just him. Oh man, maybe he is bigger than I thought. Jeez, I thought it was the shark at first. Oh man, all right. Man, another red snapper. Man, if it was snapper season, and we had about 4 people in the boat, we would have several nice dinners. But he's got to go back. All right, that was our last cigar minnow, but let's try one thing just for an experiment, if nothing else. I've got a couple of these frozen pinfish from an inshore trip. Since we've got these red snapper fired up, let's see if they'll hit that pinfish. I know they will, but I just want to kind of see if it's as fast as that cigar minnow. I kind of don't think any of that matters, but let's just give it a shot, just since we got a little bit of time left. So I'm going to hook this the same way, just through the eye. Pull that hook through, and then just kind of grab a spot in the back somewhere, go all the way through like that. So these aren't as mushy as that cigar minnow. They're going to hold a little bit of their shape, and I can cast it a little further. Well, let's just kind of see what happens with the old leftover inshore pinfish. All right, man, we got him. I was just, oh geez, we got him, man, we got him. I was just kind of burying that trigger fish a little better in the ice, getting ready to go. And this thing, oh man, this may be the bigger one of the day, definitely. Oh geez, man, pinfish experiment, well noted. Man, they'll hit that just the same, just like I thought they would. But man, this is a good one. This is a good one. Oh, man, I couldn't get to him as fast as I wanted to. I had my hands full over there, and man, I wasn't paying attention too. So I hope the shark is not on its way over. Fortunately, I haven't seen him in a while, but this is a good fish. Oh, Harry agrees. Man, this is a good fish. Here he comes. Man, check him out. Snap him out, everybody. Check him out. Look at him. Man, another good red snapper. Man, he may be pushing our 21 again. So we got us a 23 1 inch here at the end. I think we'll call it a day with this nice beauty right here. Go ahead and look at his eyeball looking at me. I see you. You're going down. Don't worry. Man, that snapper's like, what in the world have I gotten myself into? Hey, man, that was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting the boat back together, getting that triggerfish nice diced down for our trip home. But Harry wants to tell you bye and tell everybody bye. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing. Tell them bye, Harry.